Hey there, guys. All right, today we are back with some more history matters, and this time we are asking the question of when did Persia become Iran? Short animated documentary. Now, my answer to this question is that I think Iran is still Persia. I mean, we call Iranians Persians, right? That is their cultural ethnicity. We call them Persians still. But this is a 3-minute video. I think the answer is going to be a little bit more complicated than that, perhaps. I don't know. Let's find out.
Like so many other parts of the world, this area, nowadays called the Islamic Republic of Iran, has gone by many names. By far, the most famous of these names is Persia. This name actually comes from a misunderstanding, in
Oh.
which the administrative region of the Achaemenid Empire, Persis or Pars, was mistaken for the name of the entire empire. This shouldn't be
Oh.
too surprising, given that those who gave them this name often named their empires in the same way.
Okay. Damn, I didn't know that. All right, that's cool.
Also, in case you're wondering, this was also where the name for the Iranian language Farsi comes from. Now, Persia wasn't the name that the people of the Persian Empire used to describe it, and they
Oh.
often used Arya, Iran, or Iran-Shah to refer to it, which means of the Aryans.
Okay, so Persian is actually the wrong word to use. It is not what they call themselves. I was thinking the inverse here. I was thinking they called themselves Persian, but then the Western name was Iran for some reason. But no, it's the other way around, I guess.
The name given to the people who lived there and not, those other guys. Ancient Iran isn't the same as the modern nation of Iran and has been a name used by many peoples from Syria to Afghanistan to describe the area that they lived in. Now, native names for a nation aren't often the ones used by outsiders. Just ask Deutschland or Zhongguo. Unlike Germany or China, the name for Iran has changed in both formal correspondence and everyday communication. So when did this change occur? When did the majority of people start calling Persia Iran? Well, the change was a fairly recent one, coming about in 1935 when the Shah of Iran, Reza Shah, demanded that everyone stop calling it Persia and start calling it, well, Iran. Reza
Okay.
Shah was a nationalist in the sense that he wanted to make Iran a more unified, centralized state, something made harder by the fact that everyone outside the nation called it and its people by the wrong name. As such, Reza Shah, whilst at the League of Nations, formally
So I was really wrong in the beginning. Oopsies. My bad.
asked all other nations to refer to his kingdom as Iran, and that continuing to call it Persia would be seen as disrespectful. Now, some countries, like the United States and Nazi Germany, were pretty quick at taking on these changes,
Huh.
whereas others were not so quick, and by others I mean pretty much exclusively the United Kingdom.
Ha! I'm always here for British roasts.
Formally, there were some changes at this point, such as the Anglo-Persian Oil Company being renamed to the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company. However, at the highest levels of the British government, it was still known as Persia because old habits and all that. British governors and
Racism.
bureaucrats often mistook Iran for simply being a misspelling or variation of Iraq, and so correspondence started to get mixed up.
No way. The Shah of Persia, Tehran, Iraq, the Middle East, the bit between Africa and... Oh my god.
When Reza Shah's successor, Mohammad Reza Shah, came to London, he was originally going to be given the title of Shah of Iran, except that the serving British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, didn't like Iran's new name and so demanded that it be changed, which it was,
Oh my
much
god.
to the annoyance of many Iranian diplomats. As for Mohammad Reza Shah himself, he didn't really care and said both names were perfectly acceptable. That said, momentum was on Iran's side, and by the mid-1970s, the name change had finally filtered down to all countries, and the British government was successfully referring to Iran as Iran. And so
You did it,
afterwards,
Britain.
Persia would forever after lose its contemporary meaning and would only be attached to an empire that hadn't existed for roughly 1400 years. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Damn. We learned a good bit in that 2.5 minutes. That was great. And that was when Persia became Iran. They always were. It's just the Romans messed things up. The Romans caused the confusion. Oh well, Western imperial naming, I guess, right? We name it after like where it kind of like starts, right? Or whatever. But Eastern do not do that. Or well, at least not all the time. Well, the Iranians didn't do it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My guess was completely wrong at the beginning, I think. I'm already forgetting my guess. Anyways, I'm yapping a lot. Short video, nothing much else to say or discuss in regards to this question. It was pretty clear cut. I hope you guys enjoyed as well as I did. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.